Hello and welcome to the Tarkis Zone. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be looking at the game Crossout today, and I'm going to explain a few things that I did not do in the video that I made yesterday. And the first topic I want to get into is that the enjoyability of this game, it's fun. If you like any type of PvP type of game when it comes to like World of Tanks or World of warships and stuff like that, this game here kind of makes those games like first generation kind of thing. This just seems to be like a second generation type of that genre. This game allows you to build whatever your imagination will allow you to build. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, you go back to the drawing board and make something out. Now, what's great about this game is that, when you first start off, you're going to be like first level. And you're only going to have access to the beginning missions. But those missions will allow you to get components, and as you go up levels, you'll be able to have access to other missions that give different components. Now, in my last video, I mentioned that why are Uber people, in the newbie area, playing? And the reason is because they're grinding for these RNG drops. Now, what I mean are these rewards. Look at the rewards. So the rewards here, this is an RNG reward. So isn't this. So isn't this. And then there's a mystery random. Plus you'll get scrap metal. So what's great about this game, and that I didn't know before, is I knew you could build things in this game, but I didn't know how uber the stuff that you can build can be. And when you first play the game, you'll get this faction called Engineers. And they will allow you to rent a workbench table, and then what you'll do is you can build, items. Like this item here only requires, scrap metal. So you'll be able to get that. That comes quickly. You'll be able to build this weapon. Put it on your rig. Easy peasy. But what happens is, as you go up levels, is you'll have access to other factions. This faction I joined, because I like the weapons, so they allow you to rent a workspace. That's what's going to slow you down a little bit. Rent the workbench. It's going to cost me 25. I've only got 8, and I've been playing a few days. So if I wanted to throw real cash at this game, I could easily get this workbench. But I don't. I think I can grind through it, get my 25, rent the workbench, because once you rent it, you have access to it permanently, and then you can build items. Now, if I go to the growl here, you can see what I'm talking about, that the parts, the required parts, are shown below. So what you'll need to do is go through those missions and grind, having fun doing it, and get RNG drops to allow you to build this. So, whatever works for you in this game, kind of go with it, just because it might look hokey, whatever works. I'm going to explain my rig quickly for you so that you can understand what I went with. This morning I've played a few games. I've gotten MVP a few times. I'm definitely been in the top 3 in the stats list every game. And what I've done here is I've designed a rig that lifts people up. So what I do is I run right at them. I use these blades in the front of my rig, so the red blades, and I pick them up. I run into them to the side, and they lift up a little bit. Once I get them lifted up a little bit, I just aim for the chassis and the wheels, and my guns rip them apart. So if they come off me, they don't have any wheels left, or their chassis is blown up and they're in parts anyway. I found that that's easier to take people out than trying to get through their beefy armor. Everybody plates the sides of their vehicle, they plate the roof, but nobody plates the bottom of the vehicle, because you can't in this game. So what I do is I kind of run into them, lift them up, because I'm so low to the ground and these blades are so low to the ground, and they lift up a little bit, and then I just hit them with the guns that you see me running on this rig. And it works well. And what's great about this rig too, it's got quite a bit of wheels, so if somebody tries that technique on me and start taking out my wheels, I got plenty of wheels to keep me going. I don't really get destroyed all that often. I'm just, most of the time I'm like in bare shells, just going in circles with a few wheels. But my task was done because I usually have taken out 2 or 3 people, because that's this design. You ram them. You ram into them, you try to take them out quick, and then you run away. and then you turn around, and then you go back at them. So that's how my strategy is I lift you, I destroy you, and I get out of there before the swarms get on me. And then I kind of try to split them up, and then I wait for one person to get away from the group, and I just do that again. I lift that person up, take out their chassis, and they're gone. So it works for me. The rig's slow, and its turning radius is great. It's nuts. I use turning wheels on all my wheels, so it really turns really well. And the playing that I've been doing with it has been quite enjoyable because I live longer than other builds that I've made, so I'm in the battle longer. I'm not just sitting there in spectator mode. So I want to tell you that you should download this game. It's free to play, and you shouldn't have to pay anything to get enjoyment out of it. Now, if you want to pay some money into it to get, cool equipment quicker, then you can do that. That the game allows you to do that. They hope that you're going to do that. I just feel that, with the enjoyment that I'm getting, there's no point, to spend real money because it's really been fun to play this game. Well, thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkis Zone.